Hi everyone, I'm Professor Patch and I'm here to provide you with a very brief preview of our Library Technology 101 course site. Today we're going to begin with how to log into Canvas from any sac.edu page. If this is your first time taking an online class and using Canvas, it's going to be important for you to know how to access the course materials. So to get started here at sac.edu, you'll see this running menu banner at the top of the screen, and this menu is going to show up on any sac.edu website. For example, if we take a look at Menu, Student Support, and navigate to the library homepage, you'll see that the same menu bar is maintained on any sac.edu homepage. So here we can access Canvas using the Canvas menu item. We're going to log into Canvas next. Once you log in, you'll see a list of courses in the form of these tiles that represent the courses you have registered for the current semester. You'll find our course, Library Technology 101, with the appropriate section number and the current semester. Before we click on the class, though, I wanted to direct you over to the navigation bar on the left-hand side. In Canvas, we use a vertical menu instead of the more traditional horizontal menu that we saw, for example, on the SAC homepage. Here you're going to see the links to your dashboard, list of courses, groups when we use groups, your calendar, and very important, your inbox. I do suggest that you scroll down this menu at least once to get started. You'll also find Pronto at the bottom, which is the messaging platform that we're going to use in this class for things like student office hours. This is a great place to send me a message during business hours if you have a quick question. You'll also receive notifications from me through Pronto when I do open the student office hours for that week. Next, let's go ahead and access the course by clicking on the course name. The landing page for Canvas courses is called the home page. We're taking a look at that right now. Again, confirming you're in the right class, the correct section, and the correct semester. You'll see this icon, which is something that's going to help you identify that you're in the right class. There are some navigation buttons here at the bottom that can take you directly to the course information module, the general list of modules, and the resource module. Also on the right-hand side, you see a to-do list that includes things like announcements. That's what this megaphone icon indicates, that you have an announcement that needs to be read. We do have the syllabus quiz coming up and the rest of your assignments for Module 1 that have been posted. Then on the course navigation menu, you'll see which page you're on because it has this vertical line next to the current page, for example, home. When you click on announcements, you'll see all of the announcements that I've released for this course. Next, we have our syllabus page, which presents to you the syllabus in a couple of different formats. First, we have the PDF that is previewed here. You can download that by clicking on the download arrow. You can also access the course syllabus directly in Canvas by clicking on Accessible Course Syllabus. This has the exact same content. It's just posted right within Canvas. Now we can take a look at the modules page. The first module you're responsible for in this class is the course information module. This contains things like instructor contact information. This is going to be one of the most important things about this course, is knowing how to contact me, your instructor. There's also more information about our free online textbook that's titled Foundations of Library Services. I do want to take a minute or so to talk about the textbook that we are using for this class. So when you click on free online textbook, you'll get a little bit of background information about how to use our textbook in this course. We will be pulling from the 7 chapters of this book, which is an openly sourced OER textbook. OER stands for Open Educational Resource. This textbook and the inclusion of this textbook in the course is part of a larger movement to make required classroom materials more accessible for students. And by more accessible, we mean free, number one, but also easily accessible online so that you don't have to have a physical book with you at all times. Our textbook is licensed under a Creative Commons Share-alike Attribution 4.0 international license, which means we have total permission and clearance to use this textbook for the purposes of education. Now, if we navigate back to the modules page, we can see what the textbook looks like embedded into each individual module. So if we scroll down to module 1, you'll see the assignment read sections from chapter 1 of our textbook. This is a page in Canvas that just gives you instructions on what to read. So anything you read with the header chapter 1, such as chapter 1 introduction, that should signal to you that this is the actual content from the textbook. Some pages are longer than others, and you can navigate through by clicking next. That's pretty much all I have for you today. We accessed Canvas through the sac.edu homepage, found the course in our Canvas dashboard, entered the course, right, and landed here on this homepage. If you have any questions about what you should expect to find in our course page in Canvas, please reach out to me using the Canvas inbox right over here on the left-hand navigation menu. One of our first assignments does ask you to send me a message using Canvas inbox with some responses to questions that are provided there. There's a link in that assignment for how to use Canvas inbox if you've never done that before. Okay, you'll hear more from me this Monday. We'll do more of a formal introduction then and get started officially with Module 1. Have a great rest of the week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.